Yeah, I looked at the 168, but then I thought, oh, it's just, you know, I've got too many handhelds now. It looks really good. It's not got digital, it's only analog, but it looks really nice. I've got an 878, and they are marvellous radio. And the 168 is a very good price. And yeah, but I haven't managed to get the 878 working with my hotspot yet, so I've got to do that first, I think, before I do anything else. The other thing is I've got an Icom DStar handheld, and I haven't really sorted that out yet. I managed to program it, and Charlie 1 or 1 Charlie, whatever it's called, but I can't get the XLX type things to get onto. So I've got to sort that out. I haven't really tried, you know, to be honest. I'm just kind of repeating any if I, you know, to get other.
You know, you were saying about, I was talking about my colleague on Silent Key, and you were saying about where have all the other ones gone that were on. I was just thinking maybe if Simon's listening, he could work out a server and a node to connect to Heaven. Maybe that would be good if we could do that. We've got every other system on there. Let's see if we can get up through the pearly gates. So, yeah, 162, 164, I'm running out of things to say now, so I better hand back to you reluctantly, only a few seconds left. Back to you then, Chris, M7CCS from...
Thanks very much there, Steve, for that incredibly long over there. And yep, I did get some audio coming out, and then of course I changed that audio over to the DMR because the DStar was yeah, he was giving DStar noise. But I believe now there is now audio going out on YouTube, so to the 4 viewers there, you can now hear everything. I can now take the audio out of my PC, so I'm not hearing myself back, and I've put a radio link in. So luckily this hotspot does stay here when I go to Shell Island. So I'm going to have to make sure that this video stays on. So I think I'm going to be sticking some sticky tape over the screen. So it doesn't keep Donna away. And then when I do, it'll be all the right levels for when I do Ragchew next week. And of course, yeah, whether I go live or whether I actually do use this setup, then of course, yeah, I know it'll work. So yeah, hopefully audio is all good through there. So anybody who is listening there on the YouTube, if you could chuck a little comment in there, what the audio sounds like, if it's good audio, etc. Steve's a little bit lower than me, and I've set it on Steve, but I was able to hear the live stream coming back from Donna watching on YouTube, so it did help me out a little bit. So we go round to Rod now. Now I've sorted that little difficulty out. G0, EZ.
G0, EZ returning. Well, you did well there, Chris. Very well indeed. Yeah, it sounds fine. It sounds fine. It's probably a bit loud for me, but I could turn the tablet down anyway, so that's not a problem. I hope it's not coming across my current transmission. It shouldn't be really, but yeah, no, we're doing all right. Yeah, the other thing that's happened to me this week is I went for an eye test a couple of weeks ago, and they sorted me out, and I got some glasses, and I picked them up this week, and they're brilliant. I can actually see through them. Whereas the last lot I got from them was atrocious. And I have a feeling now, I mean, I could see through them, but it hurt my eyes. I have a feeling they gave me the wrong ones last time, which was a couple of years ago, but no, this pair is really good, and I can read with them, I can see distance with them, and they darken in the sun, even in the car, so yeah, no problem with that. I had a conversation with my consultant this week, and she's completely stopped one medication, a tablet, and I'm just on an injection now, which is put back to every 3 weeks, which I do myself at home. So hopefully that is going to sort me out, because whilst it's the two joint, you know, the tablet and the injection have kept the platelets in check, I've had a problem with the red blood cells, which have been are coming out deformed and not carrying enough oxygen, so that's why I'm not being too good. So hopefully that's sorted, but we shall see. I don't speak to her again for 6 weeks, so hopefully that'll give me plenty of time to settle into it. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0 EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, it's one of them things you do, well, you struggle to get appointments as well. But, you know, I suppose it's even harder if you've got an ongoing problem. So, yeah, I had a little bit of a medical scare kind of thing this morning. Of course, yeah, what happened is I woke up this morning and couldn't really see out of my eye. It felt like there was grit and sand and stuff like that. Of course, yeah, that's what it felt like. So we went to a pharmacy and she looked at my eye and, yeah, we said how long it had been streaming and everything, and all I could see was like silhouettes out of that eye. And of course, yeah, there's my right eye, and my left eye is a bit like a lazy eye, so it's like my short-sighted eye. So yeah, I felt a little bit disorientated and things like that. Went around with my sunglasses on, was told to phone NHS 111. Yeah, they were going to phone back in 4 hours. They never did. But of course, yeah, I had the sunglasses on. I was covering my left eye to make my right eye work a little bit harder. And yeah, then suddenly, yeah, the pain was kind of gone, and yeah, the eye stopped streaming. Yeah, it kind of sorted me out. But of course, yeah, I was a bit worried. But of course, the things I've been doing this week, of course, yeah, there's been sanding going on, sandpaper, so could have got a bit of grit in the eye that way. There's yeah, also yeah, painting. Maybe a bit of paint had gone into my eye, and it was just a dot on there, and yeah, it's overcompensating, things like that. But yeah, everything's all okay. That's all good. Thanks very much for all the audio comments on the YouTube there. So yeah, I got one from Steve there, and Monty says mushy peas and chips with vinegar, sort of sound, but you stuck it. So yeah, I've not got a doubling going out there. So I've timed out on myself. So yeah, Monty is in there on the log. So we'll see if anyone wants to call in and be number 6. So you're already in, Monty, at number 5. So if you'd like to be number 6, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. And an over.
Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, Michael in Lebanon, Tennessee, United States of America, checking in.
Yeah, thank you very much there, Michael. And yeah, well, it's got your call sign showing up, but of course, yeah, it's not liking a few things there. We're trying to actually show the log. I know. Live stream today, and things seem to be moving as well. Not as I actually left them. So yeah, blue curtain's now gone. If I put that to full screen, then you will see the log. So I've got you there, Michael. If anyone else would like to join in with the Wales Ragchew Net and make other things go wrong, and be number 7, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. Yeah, the audio's disappeared there. It's called radios, that's why. I'm putting the wrong one off. The audio disappeared. Yeah, the audio's disappeared there. It's called radios, that's why. I'm putting the wrong one off. The audio disappeared, and we seem to have CQ Northwest audio back if I drop that. Yeah, I think the audio is now coming via CQ Northwest. So I will also go back into normal. More
GB.
Run Tango Echo Romeo. Yeah, I'll
They
for
do Mozart covers. They do what they say. And fair play. The guitarist who was doing the Angus Young bit was a small guy, and it really was questioning my is he really small or is he very far away logic. It was beyond. But he must have been about 70. But my God, he played like Angus all the way through the gig in the end, and he had solos, and then he jumped off the stage in the audience, and the guy was mental. And it was brilliant. He was absolutely fantastic. But because it was in a village hall, and it is a Victorian sort of like village hall, like it's got a stage, you go there at Christmas to see the pantos, and people have like birthday parties in there. It's that sort of thing. And they have this massive band, and they have lots of big bands on in there. But the whole village turns up, so you have like from kids from 14-year-olds to great grannies sat in the audience, and it's like, doesn't matter what's on, everybody goes. You know, it could be like a boys' choir one week, everybody's there. Then the next week it's AC/DC, and the same people are there. Everybody's there, just with more leather. And it's really bizarre. It's typical Victorian village hall with a stage in front with curtains and the little things where you can go sit above and stalls or whatever. And then you just got this rock concert in there with your granny doing knitting in the corner. I loved it. Anyway, 2 Whiskey 1 Tango Echo Romeo back to control.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra, thanks very much. And yeah, it's all good there when it goes like that. It goes easy as well. But of course, yeah, different themes But of course, I'm guessing that the themes are advertised well in advance, Monty. Like you said, same crowd, more leather. So we'll go round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. I want a note. You're late. I'm joking. Over to you there, Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Well, thank you, Chris. It's Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and Papa, coming to you live from Technical Difficulty Central. I don't know what was going on with my connection was that afternoon for me. I could not get in. And at first, I was really messed up because I didn't have any audio coming on the live stream. So I didn't know what was going on. Worked with it, and finally I'm in, thank goodness. First I heard was Rod. Good to hear from you, Rod. Hope everybody else is doing well today. It's about 22 degrees Celsius here with rain coming in this evening. Again, love that rain. Comes in, seems like every day. But anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Chris. Hopefully the rest of the net will be gremlin free. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, of course, no audio on that live stream, and of course, where there was no audio on the live stream, of course, you missed all my little flaps and all my gremlins, and of course, you couldn't get on the radio yourself as well. But of course, it's not a problem. But of course, I have my head in. And I'm thinking, okay, if I've got audio coming out of the DStar radio, and then I turned it back down, and I've got audio coming out of that speaker on the DMR radio, okay, I'll turn that back down. And then, I just pulled the closest one out, which happened to be the DMR one. But I could have done it easier and just pulled the DStar one out. But yeah, the moral of the story, into the microphone port, change the levels. Of course, the radios have been in there before, so all the filters are on and everything for the audio. Donna was listening on the live stream, so it was all good, and we were able to get the audio there. But I have found that doing it this way, the audio is actually quicker, as in less latency, than getting it the other way. So I decided to leave it this way. So what we do is we will go back up to the top of the list, and we're going to go to GW5 VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Good evening to Rod, Monty, and Michael. The gang's all here now, I think. Perhaps we'll get a few more coming on later. Chris, come into my surgery. Dr. Steve here. I know exactly what's wrong with you. It's called conjunctivitis. I've had it many times myself. And strangely, you said about doing the painting, I think, sort of outside. I used to get it when I was younger. I used to always lay my own carpets, and so you get lots of dust coming up from the carpet and that sort of thing. If it happened to be in the summer when it was hot, I'd always get this conjunctivitis, and it's an eye infection, and it is horrible. If you get it really badly, you can wake up in the morning and you can't open either of your eyes. They're like glued together, and you have to get hot water and bathe them and that kind of thing. And the sand, gritty feeling in your eyelids, that's definitely conjunctivitis. Sticky eyes and grainy sand feeling. You're lucky if it's gone away now. I would get some eye wash, like Optrex or something, and give them a bit of that, just to make sure it doesn't come back. As I say, it's not nice when you get it full blown. it takes a while. I think I don't know if the chemist could probably give you something a bit stronger than Optrex, some kind of drops to put in your eyes if it does come back. I'm surprised they didn't seem to know what it was. It's a very common thing. Yeah, as I say, I always used to get it when it was hot and it was like sweat coming down from my forehead and it used to sort of irritate my eyebrows and that kind of thing. Dust going into them because I was carpet laying, that kind of thing. So I found actually that smearing Vaseline over your eyebrows is quite a good way to protect them, and it seems to help. The other thing which I think doesn't help is wearing sunglasses, which is strange because it did help you. Because I find with glasses on, which I don't normally wear, it sort of makes you sweat more behind the glasses, and that makes it worse. So, but in your case, wasn't the case. Anyway, I'm going to have a timeout.
And she's commented as well. Yeah, it wasn't conjunctivitis. Definitely wasn't. There was definitely something in it. Although we couldn't see anything. Donna could see like they looked like a couple of spies there. I went to the pharmacy at first instance. We went and saw the pharmacy, and yeah. I might as well have been speaking in a different language, but Donna did speak for me. But of course, yeah, because of how red it was and everything, and because it was actually streaming liquid water, like obviously the natural, if something's in your eye, your eye will naturally create more water to try and get it out. I don't know how it knows it's in there, but yeah, it kind of does that. But by covering what I say, the good eye, with the sunglasses on, I was making it have to work harder, and it was streaming a lot more. But yeah, finally, yeah, after a couple of ibuprofen and whatever, it went away. It hasn't come back. I've got a little bit of a twinge in the other eye now, but I think that's because that was overcompensating for that eye for quite a few hours. So you did get that time out there, Steve. I've forgotten to turn it off on myself. But yeah, you definitely got the time out. You said it before I time out. I was hovering over it as well. And yeah, we got the time out there. So it's all good there, Steve. So we go round to Rod G0 EUZ.
G0UZ, back to the room. Yeah, good evening to Michael and to Monty. Glad you're on. Yeah, eyes, horrible things. There's nothing worse. Twice I've done it with welding, arc welding. Yeah, very, very painful. It's a wonder that I've still got eyes. But there we go. Yeah, what else was I going to say? Yeah, apparently on my eye test, I failed the field test. It's one where you get a little flashing light come all over the screen, and I failed that apparently. So she's referred me. So we shall see what comes of that. But I thought I saw plenty of white, white flashing dots. But obviously not enough. So we shall see, like I say. So yeah. What else was there? Yeah, Michael, I was saying before you came on that after you talking about the Anytone D168, last week I went out and bought one, and I like the rig. I've not got it set up right yet, but I shall work on it. And I bought it specifically when I realised you could do satellite tracking with it. So it's certainly worth it, but I've not got that sorted out at all yet. You've got to put the your coordinates in somehow or other, and I can't find out how to do it. But we'll spend time with it. I like a problem. So we'll get on with that. Anyway, back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0 EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, that's all good there, Rod. So next we're going to go round to Monty, and yeah, as soon as he started laughing and joking and writing weird comments, yeah, we pretty much, I could already hear the audio was good. But yeah, a bit wobbly. and what was it? Oh yeah, I can't really read that white writing off the live stream. Unfortunately, because yeah, that's how it's affecting my eye a little bit. But of course, I could have got perfect vision now. But when I'm looking at that, the one screen, it's yeah, it literally, yeah, it's a bit too bright. And I can't find Monty's comment now, but it was something about mushy peas and whatever, and I remember that. But here we go, bit wobbly underwater, mushy peas and chips with no vinegar, sort of sound. Bit like when you stub your toe and the price of coffee goes up. So yeah, Monty gave me a smashing audio report there. If I didn't have the backup to know, I could have still been fiddling there, and Monty would have had a right laugh, wouldn't he? So that's all good. So I've got to realise where I was, and we're going to go round to Monty now, GW1TER. And yeah, if you want any 10mm spanners, I found about 4 of them in the church townhouse.
Whiskey 1 Tango Echo Romeo. Yeah, I'm alright for 10mm at the moment. Talking about eye problems, I've had 2 corneal transplants because my cornea's burst. I had this thing called keratoconus, and I was blind for 7 years, and my eyes just burst in my sleep, and it was painful. And I had to have eye transplants, so I see through dead people's eyes, all very Laura Mars and very esoterical, and it confuses a lot of people. What do you mean you see through dead people's eyes? Yeah, very strange. But on a nicer note, I've just been looking at my stereo now. You know, we've probably all got like an old record player, stack system in the corner, as old farts have anyway. You know, the CD player, radio, little stacked separates, amplifier. And I just by mistake though, I bought something off AliExpress, and it arrived yesterday. And it's a stereo 50-watt amplifier with a USB port on it, Bluetooth built in, audio input, stereo output, volume control, and all that. £3.50 delivered. And it's literally the size of a matchbox. It is mental. You know, this amplifier came through my letterbox. Yeah, this tech from AliExpress is just phenomenal. How they get a dual channel 50-watt amplifier that small? And I'm just looking across the room now at the stereo amplifier. And it's like, Jesus. Technology's changed. So
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I don't know whether to call that a timeout or not. Well, but yeah, I'm dropping like a yo-yo here. Hang on, I'm trying to get up to the gateway antenna, but yeah, hoping that's not letting me. But it's all good there. So yeah, I don't quite think it was a timeout, so I didn't click it on, didn't warrant it. So yeah, it wasn't near a 180. So we will go round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Thanks, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. And you had me a little worried there for a second. You dropped out, and I didn't hear you for a couple of 3 seconds. I thought I lost connection again, but I'm glad you're back. Not a whole lot going on this week, I guess. We've had a lot of sun activity here that's really hampered my communications, particularly on FT8 and, well, even single sideband. But, Rod, it's good to hear that you get a new radio. I always love hearing when there's new radios. One of the things I do love about the Anytones is if you have one, you have pretty much the setup for all of them. The cold plugs and everything generally follow the same scheme of things. And so if you have a good cold plug on one of them, you can usually transfer most of the information over to another one, just not some of the individual radio parts. Hope if that helps any at all. But I know that was what I went from a old 578 to a new 578 here not long ago, and bought a new 878 and also that 168, and all my channels and talk groups and things like that transferred seamlessly. So it makes it so much easier. I hope you work your problem and work it well. And with that, I'll turn it back to Chris so I don't time out like enjoying the Timeout Kings like everybody else has. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, well, I'm just hoping I'm getting in. Yeah, I vacated the shack. I had a bit of a problem with my FT8, last Saturday, after the Ragchew. I finished the Ragchew, and there I was. And, I increased my ALK a little bit. And then me elbow got pushed by a cat. It was a cat control, although I had no USB cat control in. And the power supply went pop. It pretty much had it. I've got a new power supply now anyway. So that interrupted my FT8 a little bit. But of course, I did a lot of painting with the windows. So a few of you have seen them, but they're also on the Ragchew. We're not talking about Microsoft ones. I actually discovered a UPVC paint. Well, after seeing it on Grand Designs or one of the programs of where they were renovating houses, and surprising. It goes on the first time, and you look at it and kind of think, "Ooh, that's not going on properly," and then you put the second coat on, and it's kind of okay, and you're all good. I've done a bit of that, a bit of curb appeal this week. And of course, we're all going to Shell Island next week, shall we say? Wednesday, I will, and City. Of course, Justin's already there at the moment. So I think he's having a holiday and then he's joining us. Justin is already there at Shell Island as well. So it's all good. So I'm going to see if anybody would like to join us on the Wales Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over.
2 Whiskey Zero Uniform Foxtrot Sierra, Justin, over at Shell Island in Wales. Yeah, I'm over here. I'm having a few days before you guys get here, and then joining in with the GB8 SOS stuff. Just been doing a few tests to make sure everything's connected up and logging properly. Managed to hit the car from here, so that wasn't too bad on the old FT8. So we'll pass it back to Eric.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Thanks very much there, Justin. Be interested on the next over to know if you're using one of the gateways, PG or IPG, or either via DStar or whatever. But yeah, you're coming through, not a problem. although there was that slight little windy noise, but we know you're on the island. But yeah, I'm going to be looking for a sock with a hole in it, because that's what I'm going to be putting over my handheld to stop the wind getting in it. So, thanks very much there, Justin. I wonder if anybody else is there who would like to check in to the Wales Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, well, there was nothing heard at my end, but I did get Justin on that check-in, so it's worth calling for check-ins. So we'll now go round to Steve, GW5VOG.
GW5VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Good evening to Justin. Yeah, I still stand by my diagnosis. I think it's conjunctivitis. Have a look on the NHS website, which I've just done, and it tells you all eye conditions that you can get that are similar, but I still think your symptoms sound very much like conjunctivitis. When you feel the gritty, sandy sensation in your eyelids, there isn't actually anything there. So if you say like, oh, there wasn't anything in it when you look, you don't get anything in it. It's just that's the feeling you get. It's an infection somehow. But it sounds like if I am right, and it was that you've fought off the infection. So well done. And as I say, give them a bit of a wash with Optrex or something, just to make sure. Yeah, as I was trying to work out for ages. Well, you seem to have one more person on your log than me, but then it's not on the live stream now. But when it came on before, I noticed for some reason you'd started at number 2. So that explained it. And the timeout on the last over, I want to go to VAR about that, because it was exactly 180 when I unkeyed. And so I'm claiming that wasn't the timeout. That was just bang on the nail. So there we are. Go to VAR and see what. Have a look. We can have a look at the video, can't we? We can actually do that because of the live stream, of course. Yeah. So yeah, you're going to Shell Island on Wednesday, so I shall start listening, perhaps, for your call sign up there. See if I can make a contact with you. I think I was saying last week I wish I could come, but we've got our local society rally on Saturday morning, and now. The wife and I have arranged to go away at the weekend straight after that, more or less. And guess where we're going, Chris? Cheltenham for 2 nights, staying at the Holiday Inn Express, which we have stayed at once before, and we quite liked it. It's on the sort of north of the town, isn't it, rather than your side. And so there you are. I shall be filling in for you in Cheltenham while you're away in North Wales. Right, so I'm coming up to timeout again, so back to you, M7CCS from GW5VOG.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, if it's a Holiday Inn by there was a TGIF Fridays by it, there ain't no more. It's going to be a McDonald's, but it's boarded up at the moment. But yeah, just in case it's that Holiday Inn. And of course, yeah, it's all right. You can fill in for me. Of course, I know you've got a pen and paper handy, because you've been writing down the list there, and you wondered why. Yeah, I had more on mine than you did, because I put myself in the log now. Net control number 1. But yeah, you got a pen and paper. So you need to repeat a book and look for and get into a handheld, because it will work on a handheld. you want to look for Golf Bravo 3, Charlie Golf, that's CG. And you want, if you like HubNet, then Golf Bravo 7 CC. You'll hear that everywhere you go. So that's another one for your handheld, Golf Bravo 7 CC. Then there is, well, I don't know whether you got DStar and whatever, but there's a DStar GB7 RC. That's a DStar repeater. There is GB3GM Great Malvern. That is a fusion repeater. There is GB3 Golf Hotel. That is on the same site as CG on Chosen Hill. There's my C4 FM gateway, MB6CS, as well. So yeah, we've rolled that off, but yeah, just a few repeaters in the area is handy if you've got that. And yeah, 145450 in the afternoon, you'll find a net on that repeater CG. You'll find a net in the morning around 9 AM. So yeah, just to keep you in the locality when you come to Cheltenham. So we go to Rod G0 EUZ.
G0 EUZ. Yeah, all good there. Yeah, I keep losing you altogether though, Chris. But everybody else is coming through, and eventually you come back through. So I don't know what's happening there. It just seems to be just you that's not coming through. You know, and yet most of the time you are coming through. That last over, no problem all the way through. But anyway, no problem. Yes, your painting, it looks very good actually. I'm impressed. Because like you say, UPVC is notoriously bad for painting. Because it's smooth. Doesn't like accepting paint, does it? So yeah, but it looks good, and it certainly brightens it up. So there you go. Did there used to be a timer on the live stream? I can't remember. But I can't see it. And of course I don't know when I'm likely to time out, if at all. So, although this radio does beep, but too late. So, yeah, all good. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0 EUZ.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, when I originally first started doing the live stream, it used to be the full dashboard used to go out, didn't it? And then you used to see the timer as well and everything. But the one thing about looking on the live stream for the timer is if you're looking on the live stream for the timer, you've already timed out by the time you have timed out. So because of the delay. So there is that. But of course, yeah, it encourages people to watch their time as well, doesn't it, sometimes? But of course, yeah, people that have got a time out, I know that on mine, if mine goes beep, 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 I've got about 15 seconds to shut up, in a sense. And yeah, on the painting UPVC, I was a bit sceptical, but if you're going to paint it, you're committing to it, aren't you? I didn't do it on the first one, although it didn't really affect the coat. But on all the rest of the windows, after I'd washed them down, got rid of all the spiderweb nests, all the traffic tar, because you've got the A40 going down the side of there, as well. Once I got rid of all that, yeah, I sanded it, and then I basically washed it down again, let it dry, and then I applied the paint. But it is quite strange because even doing that, when you put it on, it looks like, the only way to describe it is like a tie-dye effect. And then, yeah, it does dry and it looks a bit like that. But when you go on with the next one, you'll then effectively, you'll get little white lines, which then looks a little bit like a grain effect. But yeah, once that's dry and you spot any little white lines, you can literally just dab the paint on and paint it, and when that dries, yeah, that white line is on. So yeah, it's literally 2 coats and a couple of dabs to sort it out there. So yeah, it works out really well. So we'll go round to Monty now, 2W1 TER. Hopefully I didn't drop out that time.
Whiskey 1 Tango Echo. No, you didn't drop out at all. Yeah. All fine and good. Yeah, it didn't look too bad, that sort of paint. But it is more a dye than a paint. I know that plastic stuff, and it's more of a dye than a paint. But, yeah, new BVCs. Years ago, you know, everybody painted it, because like within 6 months, it was all flaking off, wasn't it? And they'd all painted it an obviously different colour. So I don't know if it made it look worse or not, but yeah, you still buggered the paint on. But, yeah, it didn't look too bad. So whether it lasts a couple of weeks now, if it's in the sunshine, and I'll bake it on. That's what you want. A good couple of days of sunshine to bake it on and dry it off properly. But, yeah. But I'm just going to go get some scoff. I'm going to have, bringing up the food porn, I'm going to have lasagna. Or sagnier, as I like to call it. Nice bit of lasagna. And I think that's about it for tonight for the food porn for me. Might have some ice cream later on. I'm not really overly hungry at the moment, but I am hungry. But yeah, I'm planning things and plotting with all these little gizmos I bought off AliExpress. I go through Spurs where I buy loads of little electronic gizmos off there. That take my eye and play with them, and then they end up in the bottom of a cupboard somewhere for years. I got a box full of stuff upstairs from like 5-6 years ago. Somebody gave me from old Arduino stuff. Never got round to using that either. There you go. 2 Whiskey 1 Tango Echo Romeo. Back to you, Chris. Over.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, thanks very much there, Monty. Well, I figured out what the problem was. Yeah, I need to put my FT70 up to mid to actually get up to the gateway antenna when I'm outside, round the corner. But, yeah, other than that, we sorted that out. So, all good. But, yeah, back onto the FTM200, which, yeah, I got to pack down into the box after the Ragchew. So, yeah, the gateway's running, and so is the FTM200, and the DMR radio that's doing the audio. They're all running through my new power supply, which is it's a Charman Multicom SM3011. It was recommended to me by Simon, MW.D.R.G, so I done that. But yeah, I was told about the switch on the back, and there is a switch. But I'm transmitting, so I'm not going to flick it. But yeah, I think it takes it down to about 10 watts. And then if you flick the switch, you get a stable 13.8 coming out of it. It's got a nice little amp meter on there as well, which ain't really tipping at all. Because I'm using low power on this. So yeah, only using 5 watts, so the needle doesn't go up all that much. So, yeah, but that's enough about my power supply there. And, of course, yeah, I'm squinting my eyes as I read it, but it's Mother's Day in stateside tomorrow. I thought we had Mother's Day at the same times, but you learn something new every day. Over to you there, Michael. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India.
Thanks, Chris. It's Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and Papa. Every time you cut out, I think there's something wrong on my end, so I look at my radio and see what's going on. But anyway, yes, tomorrow is Mother's Day here in the States, and this is the big holiday, especially if you're a florist. This is the biggest day. I have a friend of mine that used to own a florist shop, and she said that the money that she makes on Mother's Day provides her for the entire year, because people spend literally hundreds of billions of dollars on flowers and gifts for mothers on Mother's Day. But we're going tomorrow to my son's house, and he's cooking for us tomorrow for Mother's Day. I'm probably going to have flowers and presents and things like that out there. But there'll be a celebration of Mother's Day. As far as food porn goes, I've lost my mind on what I had this week. My wife made a like Mexican dinner that she's made before, but I cannot remember the name of it. Basically, you stuff a taco shell, tortilla, and with meat and some vegetables, other things that's been soaked in some spices, pan fry it. It was very delicious. And my son sent me an Asian dish of basically fried rice with a little bit of eggs and some chickens chopped up in it. It was wonderful. He makes that dish, but again, I can't tell you what it was because I can't remember the name. But that's my food porn for this week. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, thanks very much there, Michael. Food porn, and of course, yeah, what have I had this week? So I did have a breakfast pasty. It was called. It had a sausage, it had bacon, it had eggs in, and whatever. And yeah, boo-boo again on the painting. So of course, when I was doing the bigger, it's called a patio door window, so the bigger glass. When I was doing that, I would have buffed the paint a little bit more, and it seems like more paint had to go on there. So yeah, I made myself ill that day as well. I ended up being sick. But yeah, but I didn't actually, yeah, I didn't feel ill off any of the other windows or anything like that. And again, Donna came to the rescue with 2 ibuprofen, and yeah, it fixed me up. I did sleep well that night though, and then yeah, I was ready to go in it again the next day, and Donna was a bit surprised that I was. I did have some Thai curry, I think, we shared that. She came over with that during a dinner break to make sure that I'm eating and things, so we had some of that. We ordered an Indian, so of course, yeah, we had some curry this week. We had sticky rice, and it was pork rib red. It's Thai red pork sauce. It turns it red. So yeah, we had that as well this week. But yeah, we're going to go round to Justin, and yeah, it can't be a pot noodle at this point. So yeah, I wonder what his food porn is. Probably a pizza or something from the snack bar at Shell Island. 2W0 UFS.
Yeah, 2W0 UFS. Yeah, just so you're aware, I'm coming in through my mobile hotspot. I can't quite hit PG from here at the moment. I'm not sure if it's just my location or what. As for food-wise, I've just had the pasta and sauce I made up just by the tent. And I'm just having a cup of tea. Yeah, I'm just chilling out now, so I'm going to go back to just listening after this over. So I'll just say the weather has been glorious here. It looks like it's going to be good for the rest of the week. Might be a little bit of possibility of a little shower sort of Monday, but that's about it. So I'll pass it back to the group and go back to just listening. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, so you must have a gas camper stove then. But yeah, you're able to feed yourself. You can't have a pot noodle then. Hi. I'm bringing some. Yeah, you should have seen me going around Aldi today, because I'm sure Simon put in the chat somewhere, bring snacks. Yeah, so yeah, I bought some snacks. So yeah, sorry for the cough there. Yeah, I forgot on the food porn, Bank Holiday Monday we had a barbecue, but that was mentioned on last week's Ragchew. and I had some vegetable lasagna. I think I had normal lasagna as well, but I did have some vegetable lasagna. So, yeah, I think Donna has just turned down the volume. Yep, so, yeah, I thought I'd dropped out then. But, yeah, it's all good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if anybody else would like to check into the Wales Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over.
Net control, this is Kilo Echo 9 Charlie X-Ray Hotel. Again, that is Kilo Echo 9 Charlie X-Ray Hotel. Sam out of Wisconsin, USA. Thank you.
Yeah, Kilo Echo 9 Charlie X-Ray Hotel. Sam, in Wisconsin. And then, yeah, I wonder if W.D.R.G is listening, because he would be laughing at me trying to pronounce that. And we used to have a station on from Wisconsin. And yeah, he used to laugh. He used to laugh every time I used to try and pronounce it. So, yeah, thanks very much there, Sam. For your check-in. We'll see if we've got anybody else, and then we'll come back to you. So, would anybody else like to check into the Wales Ragchew Net? Go ahead with your call sign, name and location. Okay, I had a glitch there, so I'll call again for Sam, Kilo Echo 9 Charlie X-Ray Hotel. Okay, nothing heard, and you made me trip up on Wisconsin. So we will go round to Steve GW5 at VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. A little bit of hesitation there on my part. I was just poured myself a pint of beer, Green King IPA, 99p a bottle from Home Bargains. Can't beat it. You can't beat it. Yeah, my food porn. I had burgers for my evening meal, which were vegetarian burgers, the Beyond Burgers, the best vegetarian burger you can ever have. I believe it's the Beyond vegetarian meat products company is American, so it's a vegetarian burger from the US of A. And of course, we signed a trade deal this week with the US of A here in the UK, and now you can export your beef to us a lot easier than before. I won't be trying it, obviously, because I'm a vegetarian, but no doubt that'll be a welcome thing to a lot of people. I believe we're not going to lower our standards. We're not going to have your chlorinated chicken, Michael, but yeah, we're going to have your best quality beef. There we are. So, yes, I was going to say something. Oh, Chris, yeah, you certainly got plenty of repeaters in Cheltenham. You've got more than your fair share, I would say. I don't think I'll be spending the whole couple of days accessing repeaters there. I don't think the wife would... well, I hope she didn't hear me, because she hates me calling her as her wife. my wife wouldn't appreciate me being on the radio all the time we were there. We're actually going to be visiting arboretums, or maybe it should be arboreti or something like that. We're going to Western Burts, which I'm sure you know of, and on one day, and then the other day we're going to, I think it's Backford Arboretum, further into the Cotswolds. Yeah, with that, we're going tree hugging for our 2-day break in Cheltenham. Back to you, Chris, M7CCS from GW5VOG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, going tree hugging. All good there, and of course, yeah, well, that's what I mean. You've got to take a hand, because those walks, most of the walks, they can entail some hill walks, or something like that. And, you know, height is might, isn't it? Even on a handy. But, of course, yeah, it's all good there, Steve. Yeah, what you're going to do if you slip over, break your leg, and drop your mobile phone, but you still got your handy, haven't you? Yeah, that's how you want to put it. Yeah, all good there, Steve. So we go around to Rod, G0, EUZ.
G0, EUZ returning. Yeah, the repeaters. I mean, we have a lot here, you know, around the Cambridge area. There's just nobody uses them. I'm to blame just as much as anybody else, really. I do go out walking the dog with a handheld, and I almost never answer anybody because I can't walk and talk at the same time. I don't have enough breath. So I don't bother, but I like to listen, but just nothing happening at all. But that was one of the points of getting the D168, is to, there is a DMR repeater nearby. I'm just wondering if somebody might be using that one where they don't use the Avalon repeater. Be interested anyway. And yes, Michael, like you say, I was surprised to see that the menu structure was exactly the same, identical. So, but I found stuff that, you know, I never used on the 878, which is there and is useful. You know, all I did originally was get a code plug from the seller of the radio. In fact, they actually installed it. I've since had to add to it to get the you know, the hotspots and the like on. So yeah, I backed that up, but it was difficult because I had an old software for the 878, and I updated the firmware on the radio, which I don't usually bother with, but I wanted it upgraded, and that it wouldn't work properly with the old programming software. So when I updated that was no problem. All done. So yeah, all good. Right. Yeah, back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0 EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, I have been noticing I've been clipping out on the audio on the live stream anyway, on the live stream. But I think yeah, it might have just literally been I have that level just a little bit too high. But yeah, there's nothing clinging to the red now when I'm talking. So that's all good. And of course, yeah, that's the thing. Changing code plugs for when you're travelling and things like that. But that's why I was giving him the advance. If he'd have wrote them down, he just goes to repeat a book, gets the frequencies, already got them in the radio, gets to try them out. So yeah, that was the idea. So Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to go around to Monty, 2W1, TER.
Yep, 2 Whiskey 1 Tango Echo Romeo. Yeah, that's the old lasagna in the air fryer now. It's been microwaved and now I crisp the top off in the air fryer. Usually like a grill. Yeah, yummy, yummy, yummy. Got an Aldi's one this time. Gonna be shopping in Aldi's. But yeah, as for repeaters and stuff, I've never used one. Well, I never managed to. There's none around anywhere where I've lived. So I've never ever managed to play on them. And if I go away or something, I'm usually not taking radios with me, so I've never sort of gone anywhere where I might use it. No, it's weird. No repeaters in this area whatsoever. But I fancy going to Shrewsbury. I don't know if there's any in Shrewsbury. Or Shrewsbury, depending which side of the river you live in. But yeah, I've got other plans for Shrewsbury though. I want to go see something and then hit the model shops because I need some paints and stuff. And I thought a day out and look at the old architecture around the fort and that there and that, the castle or whatever it is, and the Army Museum. And give yourself something really nice to eat. Grab a few things on the model shop and jump back on the train home. If the weather's nice, maybe an interesting little day out. But yeah, repeaters, nah, never used them. 2 Whiskey 1 Tango Echo Romeo, back to you, Christopher.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, when I lived in Wales, I had 2 repeaters, and then didn't use them all that much because, yeah, there didn't always seem to be a lot of people on them. But of course, yeah, around here, there's quite a lot of activity. So you've got repeaters, which you will hear in use. You've got the HubNet one, but yeah, so you're going to hear that one in use anyway. And of course, yeah, the local repeaters, they've got 2 on one hill, on Chosen Hill. It's been there since 1986. The antennas are actually hidden in a church tower. So, yeah, that's cleverly done. But they're just analog repeaters. But both of the repeaters have been there since about 1986. So even through my childhood, they were there, but I just didn't know they were there. But yeah, that's mad, that is. So there's that. Then of course, yeah, Gloucester and Cheltenham Amateur Radio Society, they tend to be a 1, and they have yeah, an amateur radio net on in the afternoon. They have a bit of a net on the 1 repeater in the mornings as well. So yeah, there's a bit of simplex activity. Every other day you'll hear someone calling out a SOTA or something like that because someone's on high ground. So yeah, you do get quite a bit of activity around here. And of course, yeah, you've got the digital activity as well. So yeah, best of both worlds in repeaters. So yeah, we'll go to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa here. And Stephen, I think, I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, but my wife likes the Morningstar company. They make a lot of vegetarian products. Her favorite is the black bean burger. It's made, of course, black beans with a lot of spices in it. She loves it. I'll use a plant-based diet myself. I'm a big fan of the chicken, the cow, and the pig. So I use them to transfer that grass and any kind of grains into a meat product for myself. But I was glad to see that the President Trump did get a trade deal with the UK. Looks like it's going to be favorable terms for both of us. I also understand that he cut a deal with the Vatican and got us our first American Pope. But anyway, I was going to say, well, the last over, I forgot that my wife also was down in the back patio and decided to she had some chicken wings, and she put those on the smoker, so I'm looking forward to those later tonight, and some sausage patties. So again, another big fan of the chicken and the pig. Rod, I will have to say that my D168 is, I think, almost as good as my 878 as far as sitting repeaters, local repeaters in this area. I seem to have a better connection sitting right here in the same chair on both those radios. The 168 seems to be hitting the DMR repeater even better than it does with my 878, if that can be believed. But that's just just my impression anyway, the first impressions of the radio. And with that, Chris, I'll turn it back to you. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Nolly Charlie Sierra. Well, thank you for written down this. Yeah, but also thanks for OneDrive as well, because it saves it in the cloud. But yeah, I just lost my log. But it's all good there, Michael. So I know I'm going to Justin, 2W0 UFS, log is back. Rain to you there, Justin, on Shell Island. Okay, I've called Justin there, but I didn't hear him, but maybe he's, yeah, run away to the little boy's room, lost internet, yeah, power bank's gone dead, don't know. But, right, it's that time, the 7-3 time, so, that has gone quick. Yeah, oh, I forgot to mention, of course, on last week's Ragchew, I was getting up early the next morning. And, yeah, okay, Justin's just listening, I've just been informed. Yeah, last week, basically, yeah, said we were going to go to a butcher's van, on the Sunday. So I did get up, and we did go. Yeah, I'm not a morning person. Yeah, I'd have spent more money than I was going to spend, because I'm not a morning person. But I spent £110 on meat. So we had a barbecue pack, which was £60, and yeah, that had steaks in it, it had sausages in it, box of 21 burgers, yeah, there was lots of it, and yeah, let's just say the freezers are full of meat, there's lots of nice meat. And of course, yeah, we've had some belly pork and yeah, all different types of meat, some sausages. Yeah, I forget what there is, but as it comes out, yeah, I'll see it. Yeah, that's all good. So we're gonna go round now to Steve GW5 at VOG for your 7-3.
GW5 VOG returning, thank you. It's that time already, blimey. And I've lost my, oh, there it is now, I've got it back. Lost my dashboard then, so I've got to keep an eye on that so I don't time out. Because according to me, I haven't timed out once tonight. According to you, I have once, but as I said before, dispute that. I'm going to look at the replay on the YouTube after. Yes, what we're talking about, I think the gentleman's name was Sam from Wisconsin. Now, probably about 2 months ago, I knew absolutely nothing about Wisconsin. But because of President Trump and the tariff war with Canada, things like that, I know loads about it now, and it's the dairy capital of the USA, I believe. Where a lot of milk production, cheese production, and a lot of it gets exported to Canada, but no more. I think even if it's allowed to be, I think the Canadians are boycotting stuff like that now. So troubled times. the other thing is Milwaukee, I believe, is in Wisconsin, and we all know what made that famous. And I'm just drinking a nice pint of beer now, so there we are. The beer capital of America as well, I think. And yeah, so 73 to everybody. It's been a good net. Lots of interesting subjects. And a look out for the SOS chats from Wednesday. Hope you have a good time there at Shell Island. I've got somewhere at the back of my head that there's actually a nudist beach somewhere near Shell Island. Is that correct, Chris? I'm sure you know. Let me know. So 73 to everyone, and I hope you manage to get some sort of net next Saturday night. I'll still be here next Saturday night. I won't be away then, so I'll endeavour to communicate with you on there. So 73, cheerio.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. I believe there is one. I was told that there is one. Simon said about it before we were going to Shell Island and things like that. So you can get there apparently. So yeah, Donna's getting the conversation 1 minute and 30 seconds after I've said it and laughing. And she does sometimes answer as well. And I'm like, huh? And I'm actually talking at the time. But yeah, trying to get the log up together and present it out. But yeah, it's strange because once I actually turned Steve Green to say 7-3, he showed up. So we go round to Rod G0EZ, round to you for your 7-3.
G0EZ. Yeah, I turned the live stream off. It must have been running a good 5 minutes behind. Yeah, you know, when somebody was talking, and what was going on the live stream was 2 or 3 overs before that. So anyway, never mind. I just turned the D168 on actually to have a listen, and I was getting a full signal bar, but no audio. So obviously, something wrong there. Probably on the wrong colour code, or the wrong time slot. So I'll have to have a look at that. Although I didn't buy it specifically for that. Although of course it's a much smaller, much lighter radio than the 878. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I wonder, Michael, if you got the really long antenna with your kit. I was surprised. I mean, I opened the box and it sprung out at me because it doesn't fit in the box. It's folded round. It's about 15 inches long. So I've not used that yet, and I can't see me using it. It's just too long. But anyway, no worries. Oh, and of course the standard, the small antenna that goes with it is too small. But there we go. So 7-3s, everybody. I hope everybody has a good week. And we'll do it all again next week. M7CCS G0EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yep, 7-3 there, Rod. And thanks very much. And yeah, it's weird that is the live stream. It's kind of like I found that if you actually open another window by the side of it or something, it will delay. But also, yeah, it's kind of that thing where you're watching. You don't always get it at the live point if it's just before, just after the net has started and things like that. I have found that, but people all get it at different times, even though it's a live stream. It's strange that. But of course, yeah, there's some kind of check-in that goes on, isn't there? Before it goes out because it's going live. But of course, also after it's been as a live stream, it stays there forever. The comments disappear that were on there during the live stream, but yeah, the live stream stays there forever. So we go round to Monty, 2W1 TER, round to you for your last over and 7-3.
Yeah, 2 Whiskey 1, Tango Echo Romeo. Yeah, the beef deal fell through. Well, not all beef can come in. All beef can come in because they've got to prove it hasn't had hormones injected in it on the farm. And apparently that's quite hard for American farmers to do because they inject everything with hormones. And all their feed's got it in and everything. So the beef and chicken isn't a done deal. But we can export our cars for 10%, and they have to pay 25% in America, so they might boost our car sales. But, yeah, people in America are starting to realise that they've been force-fed these big cars when they shouldn't have been. And it's all due to costs, and the people at the top making money from it. It's all getting a bit tetchy over there at the moment now. I think some people are starting to realise that this force-fed capitalism isn't working. But anyway, that's politics, and we don't go there. And the other thing was, oh yeah, Milwaukee, isn't it? That's what the original name said as, and it's famous because Arthur Fonzarelli came from there. 2 Whiskey 1, Tango Echo Romeo, back to control.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, we didn't get a 7-3, but yeah, we're taking it as a 7-3. Thanks very much there, Monty. So, we now go round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. Round to you there, Michael, for your last over and 7-3.
Thank you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. And yes, Ron, I did see that when I opened up my box with one D168, that the antenna popped out at me. I thought, well, man, that's quite a little jack-in-the-box surprise. Could have put an eye out. And I'm like you, I don't see me using that antenna because it weighs probably almost as much as the radio does. It makes it a little top-heavy myself. I actually put a little stubby antenna on it that's maybe 4 centimeters or about 2 inches long. And I'm actually able to hit repeaters with that little stubby antenna. I use it primarily here in the shack for my open spot, but with it, I can actually hit a repeater that's about 3 miles away. So again, I'm still very impressed with that radio. Well, it's been a great night this week, Chris, and even with a little trouble, I'm looking forward to Shell Island. I actually thought Shell Island might be this weekend, but we're going to get loaded up and go to it next weekend. Looking forward to that. And I hope everybody has a great week, and stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you again next Saturday. 73 from Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, 7-3 to you there, Michael. And of course, yeah, I'll be back on the island. I didn't go last year. I wasn't there last year. And there wasn't, I don't think there was a Ragchew last year either. Not that I can remember, but of course, yeah, there was so much going on last year as well, with myself. But yeah, it's all good there. Yeah, Justin went to just listening, so he's already done a 7-3. And Kilo Echo 9 Charlie X-Ray Hotel, yeah, we didn't hear from him again, so if I'd have actually pressed the proper markings, missed, then he would have turned red. But we're giving him honorary green 7-3. And of course, I need to say 7-3 from myself as well. So, on the next window, when I turn it, it's going to say Join City on the net on Wednesday. But we're travelling to say. Okay, I timed myself out there. So, yeah.